The final form that I want to show you in terms of programming would be the evaluation form. After you complete each program, it's important that you take time to reflect on how you believe the program went in terms of planning, facilitation, attendance, and the goals that you had set out to complete within the program. So I'm going to go ahead and share my screen again so that you're able to view the form with me. And again, we're going to take a look at individual responses as we would see them, to look at both what would be considered a good form and also one that would be considered a not so good form. So I'm going to go ahead and share my screen. And what you'll see here is that the response that professional staff will be able to pull and look at when you have submitted your evaluation. You'll see here that this is the 2021-2022 Residence Life Program Evaluation Form that you'll be filling out. So you want to make sure that you have the correct form, and you're going to want to make sure that it is completed within 24 hours of the event's ending. So say my program was on a Wednesday at 8 p.m., my evaluation form should be submitted by Thursday at 8 p.m. So you'll see that I submitted this form with my name. You'll see that I submitted it on 7/22/2021, and that I submitted this for Coffee with Campus Police. And the date of my program was 7/21/2021. I rated that the planning and organization of my program between a 1, which would be unsuccessful, and a 5, which would be extremely successful. I had rated myself a 4. Accomplishing the purpose of the program, I rated myself a 4. Resident attendance, I rated myself a 3. Program advertising, also a 3. And in terms of budget management, I gave myself a 3. And the number of residents that attended the program was 22. Reasons I may have given myself these ratings, such as accomplishing the purpose of the program. If it was my intention to, build connections between residents and Campus Police and that was successful, that would be great. If another part of the intention behind my programming was to increase knowledge of policies and that was also executed within the program, that's also great. Some reasons I may have not rated myself the highest were, there's always room for improvement, always things to think of. Maybe I could have implemented harder questions that made residents think a little more critically about the policies in place, or maybe I just could have included more useful information about the policies so that they were better understood across the campus community. Program advertising, maybe I didn't get my program advertising out quickly enough, so it wasn't up as long as I would have liked it to have been. Maybe the advertisements weren't as visually pleasing as they were because I could have taken more time. And these are just things to consider as you are evaluating yourself and your program. So you'll want to make sure that you keep track of your attendance so that you can share how many residents were there. And if you had purchased any supplies, you need to return your receipts to professional staff so we can make sure that we're keeping track of money and budgeting. I had collaborated with other departments, so I wanted to explain their role in the program and why it was successful or not. I said, yes, I feel that Campus Police helping with this program gave them a friendlier face to residents and helped them get to know the officers a little bit more. Also, residents were able to hear about policies from both Residence Life and Campus Police perspective, which seemed to clarify questions that were asked, such as why items were prohibited and why or how we respond to specific violations. In terms of how residents reacted to the program, I said that they seemed to enjoy it and were happy to participate. There were more questions asked than I thought would be, and they seemed to take a lot away from it. They were also very happy to have Duncan. I mean, who wouldn't be? And then there is also a question, if you were to do this program again, what would you do to make it better? And I said here, I would think it would be interesting to do this with other campus resources. So that's something to think about when planning future programs. I'm going to share the second program evaluation form. Try to think in your mind, what should I include? What shouldn't I include? What might make one form good, one form bad, and where could the improvements be? Excuse me. So you'll see here that the date of my submission was 7/28/2021. Again, I did this for Coffee with Campus Police, and the date of my program was 7/21/2021. So being that I would have submitted this on the 28th and my program was on the 21st, obviously that would be late. So chances are you're looking at the bad program evaluation form, and that is the case. The other one was a perfectly acceptable program evaluation form. You'd see here that with planning and organization, as well as all of the other categories, I rated myself extremely successful. And that may be, when we see this from RAs, it may be that they're not critically thinking about how their program was ran and facilitated and planned. So we'd like to see some honest and thoughtful responses of why you would give yourself this rating, and give yourself an opportunity to reflect on what you can do to improve your programming for the future. For program results, I said that 5 attended. Obviously, that wouldn't be extremely successful, as I had said in the rating from before. For receipt, I said it was not yet delivered, but I didn't give explanation as to why, and it maybe should have been at that point. I said if you collaborated with other departments or staff members, what was their role in your program, and was it successful or not? I said they helped me answer questions and do the Jeopardy, and more residents got to meet them. I don't reference who was there, why they were there, other than helping me do the Jeopardy, which is clear, not grammatically sound. So as you saw in the previous evaluation form, you'll want to include some more detail. How did the residents react to the program? I said they liked it and participated a lot. Again, not detailed, doesn't give information on really what was the takeaway from the program. Was it something that had kept their interest, they had interest in? So again, it's better to include more detail. Finally, I did under if you were to do this program again, what would you do to make it even better? I said not applicable. There's no reason to not answer a question on the program evaluation, so every section should be complete. And under additional comments, I said this was great. But there's nothing to support in terms of the detail that I submitted. There's nothing to support that comment. So you want to make sure you provide as detailed as information as possible. If you have questions, obviously ask them either during in-person training, or don't hesitate to reach out to a professional staff member if you have questions arise as you're familiarizing yourself with these forms, and we'll be happy to help. Thanks, everyone.